here we are. Well, winter's obviously here. And I'm gonna be getting the truck ready for going to town. Now, I know Kimberly and I have said that we're not planning on going to town at all this winter, and we've got everything figured out, and you know, sometimes you just don't know what you don't know. And one of the things that we don't know is how much the goats ate. So I originally purchased one bale of hay that was 1,200 pounds, $80, not too bad, but I'm running a little low. And I didn't take into account that the goats were pregnant and are now producing milk. I did not take into account that they're gonna need more energy for winter to keep warm. And speaking of them, here's June. Hey June, bath? You gonna bath for me? No, she's the mouthy one that you always hear in the videos. Here, let's go. Let's say hi to June. Let's say hi to June. Hey, is this June? Hey June. Enough of that. So, talking about the hay here, I'm running a little low. June wants to come in here, but we're not gonna let her. So, I have this left of hay, and we're only in January. So that being said, I need to go pick up another 1,200 pound bale of hay. On top of that, I ran out of grain as well. Being that the goats are producing milk, one still has to kid, I want to make sure I have enough grain, so I have to stop for grain as well. Alright, first things first, I gotta carry a spare tire back into town, and I need to get it replaced because last time Kimberly went into town, she had an issue with one of the tires. Or this one here, it became flat and she had to replace it with the spare. So now that the other truck's got the spare on, I'm gonna make sure I take this one into town, drop it off so that they can have it repaired for the following time we go into town. A spare tire is something that you're always gonna wanna have on hand, especially out here when you're driving on roads where they're really rocky, really rough, not maintained very well, and you never know when you're gonna catch something and it's just gonna blow a tire. So always have a spare tire on hand. Okay, I know it's a gas can and it's a diesel truck, but I put diesel in here, I'm sure of it, so don't freak out. Alright, we're all packed up. So what do you take? In the back here, like I said, spare tire. I got my fuel cans. Take a shovel with you, because you never know when you're gonna peel off the road or you're gonna hit a snowbank and you're gonna get taken off the road and you're gonna have to dig yourself out. If you look also over here, that's just a piece of board. So a board can be used for many things. Again, if you get stuck somewhere and you need to wedge something underneath your tires to get some traction, a board is a perfect thing. Another way you could use a board or a plank like that is if you need to replace a tire on your vehicle, and especially in this time of year where the snow is out and the ground is very soft, you don't want to put a jack right on the snow and then start jacking your vehicle up, because more likely than not you're going to start going down just because the ground is so soft. And so putting a board just underneath your jack to help jack up your vehicle will distribute the weight a little bit better, and you'll actually be jacking your vehicle up. Another thing I had to put on is a trailer hitch, because I'll be picking up a trailer to drag back here as well. So if you're going to town and you need to pick something up, make sure you swap the trailer hitches from one truck to another so that you don't get there with your hands in your pockets. So another thing I had to transfer over from the vehicle was the bush radio that you can see the antenna on. And the reason we need a bush radio out here is because there is no other communication out here. Even amongst the community here, we speak with a bush radio or email. There is no cell phone service or anything like that. So driving on these roads, you need a bush radio. And communication is key because, again, you don't have cell phone service. So if you break down on the side of the road or in the middle of the road like I did a few months ago, you can radio ahead and behind and let anybody know that you're broken down, so that way if visibility is low, they can kind of slow down and you can let them know where you are. Another thing that you're going to want to take with you is in the back here. So let's take a peek. I got a chainsaw. So a chainsaw, again, if trees come down, we want to be able to take them down. But depending on how many trees there are, I also have a axe in the back over there. So if it's just one tree, instead of firing up the chainsaw, I'll just get the axe out, and that one's better, or that way's better. And also make sure your chainsaw is fueled and oiled. I would recommend putting half the oil in there because you don't want it leaking inside the vehicle. Another thing I got here is a socket set. So you don't know what you're gonna need to repair. A breakaway wrench as well, it's good here. Booster cables. I have a manual hand pump. So manual hand pump is nice because I've used the 12 volt DC pumps on vehicles before and they just take forever. So I've noticed that if you use a hand pump, you just get that much further. And if you're working in cold weather like this, you actually get a nice warm up and a good workout out of it. Another thing is I do carry an actual bottle jack, hydraulic jack here. I don't use the ones that the factory send out. They're usually built to the bare minimum specs. So I have a 1-ton truck here. I'll use a 4-ton jack. That way I know I'm safe on all sides. Another way that you could use these tools is if you're driving on these roads, and you'll see it sometimes, is people are broken down. So having tools like this is nice to have so that you can help others when they're in need. I also have insulated coveralls in the back here too. I have a 100% wool blanket that is military grade, and actually I lied, I have two. The second one is in the passenger seat here, and that's going to be Tank's bed because he's going to be going for a road trip with me, because the little guy, or he's not little anymore, but the big guy likes his road trips, and he's really easy to be on a road trip with. So he usually heads for these day trips with me, and then he's always happy to get back home. So that's basically it for what I take on the road and I have in the truck. The rest of the stuff that I carry with me is gonna be in a backpack, and I'll show you that on the inside after I wrap everything up in here.